Welcome to Health 2660. Here, we don't just talk about health, we tell the stories that heal. Now please listen to the story. Eleanor awoke to the familiar throb in her knees, a dull, persistent ache that had become her unwelcome morning companion. At 68, she felt the weight of years, not in her heart, but in her joints. The simple act of swinging her legs out of bed was a trial, each movement accompanied by a symphony of creaks and pops that echoed the relentless passage of time. Her hands, too, were stiff and swollen, making it difficult to even grip her toothbrush. This was not the golden age she had envisioned. Instead, it was a relentless battle against the slow erosion of her physical well-being. She shuffled to the window, the rising sun painting the sky in hues of orange and pink. The vibrant colors mocked her a cruel reminder of the vitality she no longer possessed. Just a few years ago, she would have been out in her garden, tending to her roses, their delicate petals, a mirror of her own delicate state. Now, even the thought of navigating the uneven terrain of her backyard filled her with dread. Eleanor had tried everything, countless doctor's appointments, each resulting in a prescription for another painkiller, another anti-inflammatory. She had slathered her joints with creams, promising miraculous relief, only to be met with disappointment. She had even subjected herself to physical therapy, enduring hours of painful exercises that seemed to offer only fleeting respite. Nothing seemed to truly address the underlying issue, the relentless inflammation that had taken root in her aging body. Her daily routine had become a carefully orchestrated dance of avoidance. She avoided long walks, opting for short shuffling trips to the mailbox. She avoided stairs, relying instead on the creaky old elevator in her apartment building. She avoided social gatherings, fearing the pitying glances and well-meaning but ultimately unhelpful advice of her friends. Isolation had become her refuge, a silent acknowledgement of her physical limitations. One particularly bleak afternoon, as she sat alone in her living room, staring blankly at the television, a knock on the door startled her. It was Mrs. Rodriguez, her neighbor from across the hall, a vibrant, energetic woman in her late 70s, who seemed to defy the ravages of time. Eleanor reluctantly opened the door, bracing herself for the inevitable barrage of platitudes. "Eleanor, dear, you look pale," Mrs. Rodriguez exclaimed, her brow furrowed with concern. "Are you feeling all right?" Eleanor sighed, a weary sound that spoke volumes. "Just the usual aches and pains, Mrs. Rodriguez. Nothing new." "Oh, nonsense!" Mrs. Rodriguez declared, her eyes twinkling with a mischievous glint. "You need to try my secret weapon." Eleanor raised an eyebrow, skeptical. "Secret weapon? What's that?" "Another miracle cream." Mrs. Rodriguez chuckled. "Better than any cream, my dear. It's an old family remedy, passed down through generations. Slow-cooked beef tendons." Eleanor stared at her, confused. "Beef tendons? Like something you'd find in a slow-cooked stew or bone broth." "Exactly," Mrs. Rodriguez beamed. "My grandmother swore by them, said they were the key to strong bones and healthy joints. Full of collagen, you know." Eleanor had heard of collagen, of course. It was all the rage in the beauty industry, touted as the secret to youthful skin. But she had never considered its potential benefits for joint health. "I don't know, Mrs. Rodriguez," Eleanor said hesitantly. "It sounds a bit unusual." "Just try it, Eleanor. What have you got to lose?" Mrs. Rodriguez insisted. "I'll even make you a batch. My treat." The next day, Mrs. Rodriguez appeared at Eleanor's door with a steaming container. The aroma was rich and savory, a blend of beef ginger and garlic that tickled Eleanor's senses. "Here you go, dear," Mrs. Rodriguez said, handing her the container. "Eat a small bowl every day. Let me know what you think." Eleanor thanked her neighbor and hesitantly opened the container. The tendons were gelatinous and glistening, suspended in a rich, amber-colored broth. It didn't look particularly appetizing, but she decided to give it a try. After all, she had tried everything else. She warmed up a small bowl and took a tentative sip of the broth. It was surprisingly delicious, the ginger and garlic adding a warmth and complexity to the beefy flavor. The tendons themselves were tender and chewy, a pleasant texture that she found oddly satisfying. Eleanor continued to eat a small bowl of beef tendons each day, as instructed by Mrs. Rodriguez. She didn't expect much, but she was willing to humor her neighbor and explore any potential avenue for relief. To her surprise, after about a week, she started to notice a difference. The swelling in her knees had subsided slightly, and the throbbing pain had diminished to a dull ache. She found herself moving with a little more ease, a little more confidence. Within 2 weeks, the improvement was undeniable. She was walking more freely, climbing stairs with less effort. The stiffness in her hands had eased, allowing her to grip things without pain. She even ventured out into her garden, spending a glorious afternoon tending to her roses, their vibrant colors mirroring the renewed vitality she felt within. Eleanor was amazed. Could it really be the beef tendons? Was this simple traditional remedy actually working? She decided to do some research. She discovered that beef tendons are incredibly rich in type 1 collagen, the most abundant type of collagen in the human body. Type I collagen is a major component of skin bones, tendons, and ligaments. It provides structure, strength, and elasticity to these tissues. As we age, our bodies produce less collagen, leading to wrinkles, joint pain, and decreased mobility. Supplementing with collagen, either through food or supplements, can help to replenish these lost stores and support healthy joints. The collagen in beef tendons, in particular, is easily absorbed by the body, making it an effective way to boost collagen levels. Eleanor learned that the slow cooking process further enhances the bioavailability of the collagen, breaking down the tough tendons into a more digestible form. The ginger and garlic added to the broth also have anti-inflammatory properties, further contributing to the pain relief she was experiencing. Armed with this knowledge, Eleanor became a fervent advocate for the benefits of beef tendons. She shared her story with her friends, encouraging them to try this natural remedy. She even started making her own batches of slow-cooked beef tendons, experimenting with different herbs and spices to enhance the flavor and nutritional value. Her life had been transformed. She was no longer a prisoner of her aging body. She had rediscovered her passion for gardening, her joy in socializing, and her zest for life, all thanks to a simple, traditional remedy that had been forgotten by modern medicine. Eleanor's transformation wasn't just physical, it was also mental and emotional. The constant pain and limitations had taken a toll on her spirit, leaving her feeling defeated and hopeless. But as her physical health improved, so did her outlook on life. She felt a renewed sense of purpose, a desire to share her newfound knowledge and help others who were suffering from similar ailments. Years passed, and Eleanor continued to thrive. She remained active, engaged, and passionate about life. She never forgot the lessons she had learned during her journey, and she continued to share her story with anyone who would listen. One evening, as she sat on her porch watching the sunset, paint the sky in vibrant hues, she reflected on her life. She had faced many challenges, but she had overcome them all with grace and resilience. She had discovered the secrets to healthy aging, not in expensive pills or invasive procedures, but in the wisdom of her ancestors, the support of her community, and the power of a simple bowl of beef tendons. Her legacy lived on, not only in the countless lives she had touched, but also in the growing awareness of the importance of natural remedies and the power of food to heal. Eleanor's story became a testament to the enduring wisdom of tradition and the remarkable capacity of the human body to heal itself, given the right tools and the right support. A research team from a leading university contacted Eleanor, inviting her to participate in a clinical trial. Eleanor was thrilled to contribute to the scientific understanding of this ancient remedy. The trial involved a group of participants with osteoarthritis, a common condition that causes joint pain and stiffness. Half of the participants were given a daily dose of collagen derived from beef tendons, while the other half were given a placebo. The results of the trial were astounding. The participants who received the collagen supplementation experienced significant improvements in their joint pain stiffness and mobility. Their cartilage, the protective tissue that cushions the joints, also showed signs of regeneration. The researchers published their findings in a prestigious medical journal, further validating the benefits of beef tendons. The study received widespread media attention, solidifying Eleanor's legacy as a pioneer in the field of natural health. And so the story of Eleanor, the woman who transformed her health with a simple bowl of beef tendons, became a legend, a testament to the enduring power of nature community and the unwavering spirit of the human heart. But the benefits didn't stop at joint health. Eleanor, in her continued research and self-experimentation, discovered other profound effects. Her skin, once thin and fragile, regained a youthful elasticity. The fine lines around her eyes softened, and her complexion glowed with a newfound radiance. This, she learned, was another testament to the power of type 1 collagen to rebuild and rejuvenate tissues throughout the body. She even noticed her hair becoming thicker and stronger, and her nails less brittle. Furthermore, Eleanor found an unexpected boost to her digestive health. The gelatinous nature of the slow-cooked tendons seemed to soothe her gut lining, reducing inflammation and improving nutrient absorption. She experienced fewer digestive issues and felt a greater sense of overall well-being. As Eleanor continued to share her story, she emphasized the importance of sourcing high-quality beef tendons. She recommended choosing grass-fed, pasture-raised beef whenever possible, as these animals tend to have higher levels of beneficial nutrients. She also cautioned against using tendons from conventionally raised cattle, which may contain antibiotics and other harmful substances. Eleanor also stressed the importance of slow cooking the tendons properly. This process not only makes them more tender and palatable, but also breaks down the collagen into smaller peptides that are more easily absorbed by the body. She recommended simmering the tendons for at least 6 hours or even longer until they were incredibly tender and gelatinous. She also emphasized the importance of listening to one's body and adjusting the dosage of beef tendons accordingly. Some people may find that a small bowl each day is sufficient, while others may need a larger serving to experience the full benefits. It was crucial, she advised, to start slowly and gradually increase the amount until the desired results were achieved. Eleanor's advocacy extended to promoting sustainable and ethical farming practices. She believed that the health of the animals was directly linked to the health of the people who consumed their products. She supported local farmers who prioritized animal welfare and environmental sustainability. Her message was clear. True health and wellness encompassed not only physical well-being, but also a connection to the earth, a respect for tradition, and a commitment to ethical and sustainable practices. The beef tendons were not just a remedy, they were a symbol of a more holistic way of life. Beyond the physical and nutritional benefits, Eleanor found that preparing and consuming the beef tendons became a mindful and meditative practice. The slow cooking process required patience and attention, allowing her to slow down and connect with the present moment. The savory aroma filled her kitchen, creating a sense of warmth and comfort. Sharing the tendons with friends and family became a ritual, a way to nourish not only their bodies, but also their spirits. Eleanor's journey taught her that true health was not simply the absence of disease, but a state of vibrant well-being that encompassed all aspects of life: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And it all started with a simple bowl of slow-cooked beef tendons, a gift from a neighbor, a reminder of the wisdom of the past, and a testament to the healing power of nature. The scientific validation of Eleanor's experiences led to the development of various collagen supplements derived from beef tendons. These supplements became widely available, offering a convenient way for people to reap the benefits of collagen without having to cook beef tendons themselves. However, Eleanor always maintained that the whole food source, the slow-cooked tendons, was the most potent and bioavailable form of collagen. She encouraged people to embrace the traditional method of preparation, not only for the superior nutritional value, but also for the mindful and meditative experience it provided. She saw the cooking process as an act of self-care, a way to connect with one's body and nourish it from the inside out. Eleanor's story became a timeless parable, a reminder that the simplest remedies are often the most effective. She taught the world that true health is not a destination, but a journey, a continuous process of learning, growing, and connecting with the wisdom of our ancestors and the healing power of nature. Health 2660. Thanks you for listening. We'll see you in the next video, and until then, be kind to yourself.